Something that absolutely grinds my gears are the people who move to America and will not shut the fuck up about their home country, okay? And this is coming from an immigrant too, because we all moved here for a reason. But sometimes you just need to give that person a reality check, and I'm glad I did that to my friend Maria. The other day, Maria texted me and she's like, girl, I've been feeling so down recently. I would love to have a girls' day with you. Haven't seen you in a while. Now, because I'm an empath, I say yes, and I end up planning a full girls' day. You know, nails, some drinks, all on my little app, right? But the only thing is that I don't hang out with Maria very often because she has this one very bad habit. I go and pick Maria up, and immediately she's like, Jackie, I missed you, long time no see. I'm going, yeah. You ready to get your nails done? She goes, yes, so excited, okay? So we head off to the nail spot, and it's like a little bit of a bougier place. You know, they give you drinks and whatnot. A little bit more pricey, but it's a girls' day, right? But as we're walking in and she's looking at everything, she goes, oh, you know, back in Mexico, when we get our nails done, you do it right on the beach, okay? And they let you pick the colors, and they're always blasting music. Like, it's nothing like this. This is so white. Oh yeah, what color are you gonna get? Okay, because honestly, I didn't see an issue. It was very cute in here, and they're blasting Zara Larsson, right? So we pick the colors, whatever, and we sit down. Now, because we're getting manis and petties, we're in those big chairs, right? We both turn the massage on, and we put our feet into the water. But as soon as we do, I hear it again. Jackie, you know, back in Mexico, the people just work so much better. There'd be someone massaging your back, you know, like a little monkey, getting all the knots out, not this American bullshit with all your machines, okay? And in the water, there's little fishes to get all your feet clean. We work smarter, not harder. I'm like, wow, that's really interesting, okay? And at this moment, the two manicurists come, right? They start scrubbing our feet, doing whatever. But Maria is just smiling ear to ear. And she goes, Jackie, like, my people. Now, I'm about to stop her from doing what she was gonna do next. But she starts speaking to them in Spanish, okay? And I'm just being quiet, because she didn't know what I knew, right? But as soon as she was done talking, the two manicurists kind of look at each other, smile, and turn back to Maria and goes, we're so sorry, we don't speak Mexican. We're both Vietnamese, right? And Maria's whole face turns red. They continue on with our little manicure and pedicure. Right? But this whole entire time, those two ladies are speaking to each other in Vietnamese, just probably talking shit about us. So Maria turns to us and goes, you know, that in Mexico, the manicurists are so much better because they'll actually speak to you, unlike these two, okay? Like, they would never do this. The customer service back in Mexico is so much better than in America. They're so much nicer. Now, clearly, these two girls speak English. So the manicurist is like, is there a problem, right? And Maria's going, you know, I'm just used to a very different standard in Mexico compared to here, but that's all right. You don't know any better. Okay? Right? Clearly, these two ladies rushed to do our nails to get us the fuck out of there. But either way, we have to go and pay. And as soon as we hit that counter, just a new flood of bullshit comes out of Maria's mouth. Because I pay for mine, and it's Maria's turn, and she's looking at the price. She goes, oh, the capitalism here in America is so disgusting. How could they be charging us $100 for a manicure and pedicure? You know, back in Mexico, it'd be like $5, and they would clean your asshole too. So Maria pays for her bill, okay? And I notice she doesn't tip. The woman knows she doesn't tip, but we all don't say a word. But for some reason, Maria felt like she needed to. Because she goes, hey, just so you know, I didn't tip you because back in Mexico, we actually pay our workers fair wages. Okay? The woman is like, do you know what country we're in? I live off tips, right? And Maria has to add fuel to the fire. She goes, well, maybe you should really move to Mexico. You wouldn't have to do that, all right? have a great day. And walks out of there like she just had a mic drop moment, okay? I don't know why I agreed to this day. So we hop back in the car, and I had reservations for drinks, but I quickly went back onto this Corners app and found a coffee shop nearby so I could just get rid of her. But I should have just left her right there and then. We head up to the coffee shop, which is very modern, clean, sleek looking place, and they have like very fun drinks with cold foam and shit like that. But when we walk in, Maria's like, I can't believe this place is so lifeless. This is so like America to have like all of this clean, sterile environment. There's no sort of personality. But in Mexico, there's color, there's vibrancy. You know, there'd be people dancing in the middle of the tables. This is so sad to see. Okay, I don't even say shit, because I honestly just want to grab a coffee and leave. We go up and order. I get a cappuccino, right? And Maria orders next. She goes, yeah, could I have a cafe con leche? Right? This very white 20-year-old girl with blonde hair and very blue eyes goes, I'm sorry, I don't know what that is. She goes, I want a cafe con leche. Do you not know what that means? The lady goes, no, I don't even know what language you're speaking. Okay? Maria is appalled. She's like, you know, you should really learn Spanish. A lot of the people who live in America are Spanish just like me. And the fact that you don't know what I'm saying? Oh my God. Oh my God. This is a failed society. So this girl is clearly like, what do you want? She goes, a latte, okay? Grande. Do you know what that word means? To this innocent girl. She goes, okay, right. Puts in her order. And once we get the coffees, Maria takes a first sip and goes, ugh, this is disgusting. You know, back in Mexico, our beans taste so much darker. They taste like they've been touched with gold. I go, I had enough. Maria, if you love Mexico so much, just go back there. She looks me dead in the eyes like I just punched her in the gut. Maria's like, how could you say that to me? I go, well, didn't you tell me you moved here because of how dangerous it was and how your grandma was kidnapped and held for ransom? Isn't that why you moved to America? Because it was safer for your family? She goes, what does that have to do with anything? Okay? You know, back in Mexico, we had servants. I lived like a king. I didn't have to do anything. They would just bring food to me. I wouldn't even have to ask. I left. I remember why I don't see Maria.